Oh, hold on. To at least 3. Can we put up the graphic of this?
I'm not going back to Haiti. So, you feel me? Yo, Biden forever, bro. Thank Obama for everything that he did for me, bro.
I think I'm gonna have to hand this off. Yeah. Sorry. That does it for us tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow. Now.
This is such bullshit. What are they doing with my neighbor? Dude, I look out my window, I look outside, and that's my neighbor, dude. Like, why are they taking him away? He's nothing. He's perfectly fine. I'm sure he didn't do anything wrong. Why are they taking all these people away, dude? This is not. I'm with Rachel Maddow. Are you with Rachel Maddow? I don't know, dude. They're just regular people, just like you and me. It's the dude's basically my neighbor, pretty much. I need to see that. I can't believe he's on the news.
I'm not going back to Haiti. So, you feel me? Yo, Biden forever, bro. Thank Obama for everything that he did for me, bro.
You see that video, I'm curious, what do you think?
I'm not going back to Haiti.
He's going back to Haiti.
I'm going back to
Haiti.
I'm going back to
Haiti.
I don't know, man. That's pretty messed up. I'm pretty sure. I don't know where I'm gonna get my weed from now if they take that dude away. I don't know. I'm not sure. This is pretty messed up. I think some of them should stay. He probably didn't do anything wrong. You know what? 17 17 convictions, and he's the leader of a Haitian gang that was created when they got here. Oh, maybe he should go back. Maybe he should go back. What about the other ones? I'm sure all the other ones are fine, right? We're just sending back just people that are brown. Isn't that what Trump said? He's just going to send back the brown people that aren't white, right?
An MS-13 gang member wanted in El Salvador for aggravated murder. And he has an Interpol red notice out for his arrest. This illegal alien from Brazil, who has an Interpol red notice for armed robbery. This Salvadoran illegal alien, charged locally with rape and released by a sanctuary jurisdiction.
Hold up. Hard pause on that one. What was that one? Because a lot of these charges, if you notice, they're saying what they're charged with from their home country. They're being pursued in their home countries for specific crimes. So, but they just slip in there. Even though this is, I believe this is, it was Fox News. It's still. You notice how they slip it in there. What they say? What they just say? What she say? Charged locally with rape and then released by a sanctuary. What? Let me hear that one more time.
Salvadoran illegal alien charged locally with rape and released by a sanctuary jurisdiction. This Dominican illegal alien charged with assault with a deadly weapon and heroin trafficking.
Joining me now is Fox's national correspondent, Bill Malugin. Bill, quite an adventure you had, and I understand that one of the arrested illegals had just been released from custody the day before. What do you know?
Yeah, he's a MS-13 gang member from Guatemala who was locked up on local gun charges out here. The day before our embed, ICE Boston tells us the locals released him, ignored their detainer request, so he was back out on the street. So what happened was ICE found him in an apartment building yesterday. They went in and arrested him, but they found him with a friend or an acquaintance or another guy who had nothing to do with what ICE was going after, but ICE arrested him anyways because when they encountered him, they ran his fingerprints and they found out he was a previously deported illegal immigrant as well. So that's what's known as collateral, Laura, and that's what Tom Homan has been warning about, telling these sanctuary cities, if you don't hand these people over to us and you just let them back out into the community, we're going to have to go in, we're going to go find them, and if we find them with other people who aren't our targets and they're in the U.S. illegally, we're going to take them too.
See, what the Democrats want is they want sanctuary cities. They want a person that doesn't belong here and came here illegally to rape your children, to rape the women, that rape our American women, and then the sanctuary jurisdiction just lets them go because they don't want ICE to send him back to his home country. They would rather our women and children be raped in the streets than send this guy back. And if you think for a second, like that's the difference between Trump's America and Biden's America. You know that this guy was charged with rape and they don't want to send him back to his home country. What do you think? How do you think they feel about these collateral deportations? You already know they want to start talking about how it's violating their rights because, well, technically, we came here with a warrant for Jose, but Miguel was here also and should be sent back. Well, technically, we came here for Jose, so we can't deal with Miguel right now. So we'll let Miguel go. We'll have to catch him later. No, Tom Homan's like, well, you shouldn't be here either. Well, we're not here for you. We'll collect him too. Get him too. Put him in the van. You're going back too. 2 for 1. And then he's even threatening the sanctuary city, saying, "Oh, you don't want to comply with our orders and give us the people that you already have detained that have convicted that are that have were found to committing these crimes." I'm sorry, because I want to give them I want to give them the benefit of the doubt and say, you know what, everyone's innocent until they're proven guilty. But these people don't have American rights. They don't have our rights. They just don't. Okay, so that's just kind of ingrained in me to say that they're innocent until they go through the court system. But I'm sorry, dude. If there's a victim and there's witnesses and this person is clearly in the area and there's reasonable suspicion to think they're doing something they shouldn't be doing, and then you find out that they shouldn't be here to begin with, send them back, dude. Send them back. Why should we pay? Why should our tax dollars pay for the court system to have a prosecutor have to dedicate time to just send them back? Why are we spending our money and our tax money on that when my streets got potholes in them and bridges need fixed? When our kids need somewhere to play? Why are we paying for illegals to have court systems and have rights, the same rights that send them back? Look, if you can come here and sneak in here illegally and not commit any crimes, not get arrested ever, not having more power to you. If I don't notice that you're even here, congratulations, welcome to America. But the moment that I have to know about your existence, you messed up. You messed up. That's on you. Yeah. To me, collateral deportations is common sense. And Trump and Tom Homan, these guys said what we are bringing back to the government is common sense. Joe Biden's government would burst into an illegal immigrant stronghold with 30 illegals in there. And because they only have a warrant for Jose, they would not mess with anybody else in there. Let them all stay there in their little crack house den or whatever they got going on. They would just ignore it and just let it go. And you already know it. I don't have an example. I'm not. Someone's gonna come to the comments, go give me a situation. Shut up.
Shut the fuck up, okay? Shut the
Tom
fuck
Homan's
up.
threat to the sanctuaries is common sense. Hey, idiots. If we red flag someone and say we're coming to get them, and you go, no, you can't have them, we'll release them back out, and you know where they're going to go. We're going to follow them back to where they're staying with all the other illegals that they stay with, and we'll take all the illegals from your sanctuary jurisdiction. So give us the people that we say committed crimes, and we want to send them back now. If you don't, we're just going to follow them and go back and get the hive that they're all in and take them all back. What a wonderful threat. That's exactly what I would want our borders are to do and say. That's exactly what I want. That's what I voted for. Thank you. Continue.
And that's exactly what happened yesterday. Sanctuary policy out here caused that MS-13 gang member's friend or acquaintance to also get arrested by ICE. Now they're both going to get deported.
Yeah, ICE is coming. And what was the reaction, Bill, if you got any from some of the residents in these communities?
It was interesting. Most of the time, people are just kind of like peeking out their windows watching it happen. But on the arrest of that Dominican illegal alien, the alleged heroin trafficker with the assault with a deadly weapon charge, a woman actually came up to ICE and told them, thank you for arresting him. She clearly didn't have a good experience with that guy, or for whatever reason wanted to thank the officers, and the officers responded and said, you're welcome. So just goes to show, even out here in Boston in the sanctuary area, there are locals out here who do appreciate what ICE is doing and have obviously had issues with some of these bad apples that ICE is going after.
Well, one of the things that people kept asking today, and I knew you would have an answer, is how is it possible that these individuals with such long records, violent records, whether it's assault or rape or sexual assault, drug trafficking, they were just freely going about their business in the community, doing God knows what, but it couldn't have been good.
You know what? I ask ICE that exact same question. When I see some of these rap sheets like aggravated child rape, rapes, attempted murders, I ask them, okay, how are these people on the street in the first place for you guys to go after? Like, who's releasing these people? And they all just give me the same answer. That's Massachusetts for you. That's Massachusetts for you. Like, these severe crimes, they get really low bails, so they're just let out, and then they ignore ICE's detainer request. So, I mean, if you just go on ICE Boston's press release website every day, like, they're getting these horrible arrests every single day: child rape, sexual assault, murder, fentanyl trafficking, and it just makes your jaw hit the floor because all these people are out on the street.
Well, they're all out on the streets, well, except for that one guy. Tom, tell me where he's going.
He's going back to Haiti.
I don't know. Listening to that guy that was embedded with the ICE agents is just crazy. Listen to those rap sheets. Listen to those charges. Aggravated child rape? You let an aggravated child rapist loose on the streets. That is wild. What is the justification of that? Because you don't want him to get sent back to his country. So somebody somewhere, let's be honest, some Democrat somewhere, I hate to say it, you guys have embarrassed yourselves. What a joke you've become. Some Democrat somewhere looked at this aggravated child rapist and went, "You know what? What he did's bad. Are we sure he even did it?" Or what? Like the one guy that's been the guy I've been arguing with on my Destiny short that got a little popular, got like whatever, like 15,000 views. He's like, Destiny made a pretty good point. What point did he make? Oh, he said that we should have proof of Joe Biden being corrupt. Because there is none. You know what I mean? It's just, come on, man. Are you sure he did it? Are you sure Joe Biden did that stuff? Do you have proof? Do you need proof? If you're accused, you know what I've never been accused of? Aggravated child rape. That's something. I've done some things in my life. I've done some unsavory things in my life that I'm not really proud of. But one thing that I have not been accused of, aggravated child rape. That probably won't come by accident, I bet. Tom Homan, man, he is an innovator. Tell me more about these. Tell me more about these collateral deportations. I like the way that sounds. I like the way it rolls off the tongue.
Who all lived in one house without permission. That wasn't even the deputies' mission when they swarmed a home on Little Falls Avenue, just northeast of US 41 in Port Charlotte. They were looking for just one man, Jorge Pineda, after getting a tip from Border Patrol. The Night Beat's Maddie Heron joins us now live.
Maddie, why was Pineda on Border Patrol's radar?
Aggravated child rape.
According to the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office, Pineda had a warrant for his arrest in regards to previously violently resisting a Border Patrol agent. Now, officials came to this house for their search for him. Once they entered the house on Wednesday, chaos erupted, landing 8 illegal immigrants in jail. The search for one illegal immigrant quickly turned into an arrest of 8 inside this home off Little Falls Avenue in Port Charlotte.
And that's what happened that day. Like, immigration just came in the house. They all panicked. They're like, what? Immigration's in the house?
The Charlotte County Sheriff's Office said they entered the home with a warrant for Jorge Molina Pineda for violently resisting a Border Patrol agent. Officials quickly arrested 8 people in the home for trespassing after the homeowner said none of them were supposed to be in there.
Some started running. Some started trying to climb the trees. Some started...
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
Tom Homan's threat to the sanctuaries is common sense. Hey, idiots, if we red flag someone and say we're coming to get them, and you go, no, you can't have them, we'll release them back out, and you know where they're going to go. We're going to follow them back to where they're staying with all the other illegals that they stay with, and we'll take all the illegals from your sanctuary jurisdiction. So give us the people that we say committed crimes, and we want to send them back now. If you don't, we're just going to follow them and go back and get the hive that they're all in and take them all back. What a wonderful threat. That's exactly what I would want our borders are to do and say. That's exactly what I want. That's what I voted for. Thank you. Continue. So not only is Tom Homan and Trump following through with everything they promised with the deportations, What about those 300,000 plus kids that are missing? Remember how much the Democrats cried about kids being missing? But the Biden administration was, oh yeah, them kids gone. We don't know. We don't know where them kids are at. We'll work on that. Give Trump less than 7 days. 4 days in, he finds 80,000 kids. Okay, where were them kids at, Biden? Huh?
Now, the second wave that Tom Homan, the borders are for Trump has told me about in all of this will focus on those missing children, hundreds of thousands of them that we know. And that number has started to already come down, Emily, from 300,000. So they've found about 75 to 80,000 of those kids already. If they can get the list of these guys, 4 full days in office for Trump, if they can get the list of where some of those kids have been, and they've been identifying it, you know, since the election, going after them and trying to find those little ones, what in the world was Biden's administration doing? What was Secretary of Homeland Mayorkas doing when he said to the committees on Capitol Hill, we don't know where those kids are, I'll look into it? No, dude, you obviously had a better way to find them, and you didn't do your job. I can't believe they impeached him and didn't remove him.
Now, before that number got up to 300,000 plus children missing, whenever it was around 100,000, Senator Josh Hawley had Mayorkas in front of the Senate answering questions, stuttering, stammering, sounding like a freaking idiot over these missing children. No, so you want to get out, take a little trip down memory lane? Remember, whenever this was around 100,000 children, Josh Hawley was raking them over the coals, saying, "What are you doing? You have whistleblowers coming to me, telling me that instead of working on trafficking cases and finding children, they're making PB&J sandwiches, handing them to illegal immigrants at the border instead. Hundreds of them, hundreds of these agents that should be working on whatever. You don't believe me? Okay, well, let's hear it straight from them. A little flashback."
With the number of children who have been sent to operate heavy machinery, who are not being paid, who are not going to school, who are being denied food, migrant children unaccompanied, who are now in the clutches of labor traffickers. You're familiar with this, right?
That is precisely why I revised our worksite enforcement.
Good. How many of the kids have you gotten back then? 85,000 or more now. Lost contact with. It's been months since you were last here. How many of those children have you rescued? Can you give me a number?
You are conflating issues.
So you can't give me a number. You haven't rescued any of these children. You haven't gotten any of them back.
You are conflating issues and what is within our remit and what is outside of it.
Okay. Well, it doesn't sound to me like this is a priority, and I have to tell you, that's what your own agents tell me as well. A whistleblower from your Agency of Homeland Security Investigations has come to me and has said that special agents who are working on child trafficking cases and fentanyl interdiction cases have been pulled off of their investigations and sent to the southern border. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these agents at a time, taken out of the field, taken off child exploitation cases, and sent to the southern border. Here's some of what she said. She said, "We're being told to shut down investigations, to go hand out sandwiches and escort migrants to the shower and sit with them while they're in the hospital, and those types of tasks." Mr. Secretary, you're taking special agents away from investigating child traffickers and child exploitation when you've lost tens of thousands of kids to traffickers, and you're sending them to make sandwiches at the border. What is going on?
Stupid Josh Hawley. What's wrong with you? It's not in their remit to find these kids. It's not in their remit, dude. What's your problem? It was in their remit to, have contact with these children and know that these children exist and tally them and try to mark them down in a book and use them for justification, most likely to get money and funding and resources that you'll use for something else because you're a liar, because you would be able to answer this question directly when asked it, correct? But instead we have to pretend that these people are being pulled off of trafficking cases and finding children to fight fentanyl, the scourge of fentanyl. Let's see, do you think you can answer the question honestly if you were in his position? I don't know. I think I'd be able to answer it honestly because I'd be doing an honest job. But whenever you don't do an honest job, you have to sound like this.
You are incorrect, Senator.
Are there special agents from HSI at the border?
Senator, we have a number of priorities. We prioritize trafficking in children. We prioritize the fight against fentanyl. We prioritize.
Mr. Secretary, you're not answering my question. You're not answering my question. Are there HSI special agents who are currently at the border, having been pulled away from other cases? Yes or no?
Combating the fight against fentanyl, yes.
How many agents are currently at the border, having been pulled off of their other cases?
To fight the scourge of fentanyl, I'd be very pleased to provide you with that data.
That's not what the special agent is alleging. That's not what she said. She said that they're being taken off of fentanyl interdiction, off of child exploitation cases, off of their other investigations into criminals to make sandwiches. That's her quote. You're saying that this is a lie, that she's wrong?
Senator, we have a number of law enforcement priorities with the resources.
Is making sandwiches one of them?
We have, of course not, Senator. We accomplish a tremendous amount.
Is she wrong?
Because of the tremendous talent and dedication of our personnel, including Homeland Security investigation.
Making sandwiches for illegal immigrants. Is she wrong? This is one of your agents. Is she wrong? She says that there are 600 at least special agents pulled off of other cases, sent down to the border to babysit illegal immigrants. Is she wrong?
Senator, our personnel, we use our personnel to achieve the maximum law enforcement objective possible. That is what we do. And
so you're not going to deny it.
And I'm incredibly proud of what our people do
well, this
every
is news.
single day.
This is news. Well, I want to thank this brave whistleblower for coming forward and let the record reflect that the Secretary will not deny what she has said, that hundreds of special agents are pulled off of their law enforcement duties all around the country, by the way. Her testimony to me is this happens all around the country and sent down to the border to make sandwiches for illegal immigrants. This is your administration in action. It's a total failure, Mr. Secretary.
That is incorrect.
I don't know. You tell me. How do you lose 300,000 children and just shrug your shoulders, give up, and say you don't know how to find them and you can't find them? You want to know how you do that? By removing all of the agents that investigate child trafficking and these pedophile rings and all this stuff that happens with these children that go missing all over the world and just disappear and end up in different countries all over the world. Take those agents off of doing their regular jobs to make sandwiches, babysit illegals that put themselves in this situation and came to the border with no papers, no forethought, no anything, just walked here and showed up with the clothes on their back and want to come in. Hey, I feel bad for all humans. I hope everyone learns to fly. I hope you get to learn how to do magic. Everything you want to learn how to do in life. I hope everything goes perfect for you. But if you walk to a foreign country with no papers, no nothing, and just show up with the clothes on your back, chances are you're gonna be in for a rough time. And there's no downplaying that or trying to church that up to make that any of a better situation. It's going to be a bad situation for everyone, including children. So it's very important to have these people that investigate these things doing their normal jobs. But instead, let's make PB&Js and let's make some but I was going to say ham sandwiches, but I think a lot of them can't eat pork. So I don't know what other little sandwiches you make, but I would assume PB&J. I don't know. They're babysitting them, making these people feel better and rubbing their backs and telling them everything's going to be okay instead of finding children that are with traffickers being sent all over the world. Color me crazy, but I would maybe say let's find the children and let's have the adults in the detention centers sit in the corner and stare at the wall until the time comes that we do something with them. I don't know what to tell you. They don't need babysitters. What are we talking about? What's going on? Just like Josh Hawley. What is going on? I don't know. You tell me. I don't know. Should I cover some more of this stuff? Should I cover more of these migrant cases? I'm really into the collateral deportations. That was okay, Tom Homan. Just making sense. Finding children. That's common sense. Look. Okay, everyone. Let's get on to the next one. There's so much news, so many executive orders. I don't even know what to cover. Tell me in the comments. What should I cover? What should I do? Whatever. I'll see you soon.